It's because you keep changing positions. Look like a little hobbit.
That's because this time I got my feet up on the desk. So I'm
Ah,
relaxing.
not good for your blood vessels.
After the day I've had, I don't really care.
Well, I care for you.
After I might go to McDonald's later. I've had such a bad day.
Hmm. Welcome, everybody. I'm, for some reason, slightly translucent.
Yeah, you look like a ghost.
I don't know why. Tinky, you should not be driving and twitching.
You should just stop right there. You just shouldn't be driving.
You shouldn't be driving.
Period. No driving.
No driving. Or twitching. Of any kind. You're not driving now. Did you pull over or did you just get to your house in like 5 minutes?
Leave my Jeep alone.
Oh, you really shouldn't be driving then. It's gonna break down and cause.
The Jeep is gonna have uh
And you're. I don't know.
my brain is so fried. The ball joint. It's gonna have a ball joint break off, and then the wheels gonna fall off and kill someone.
Exactly.
All right, what are these topics you got?
We got some interesting ones. Um. So, uh, what if I told you that 8 games were being released in 1 year by one publisher, and they're all major brand titles?
I would say the games are gonna be mediocre because they probably didn't put as much time into them as they should have.
Well, that's correct because it's Ubisoft.
Nice. I don't even remember offhand what they make.
Uh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, never played it.
Oh, okay.
Is it
Makes
like do they do like Skyrim?
yeah, similar. They also do Rainbow Six Siege, and The Crew, and Division.
So what are they releasing?
Oh, um, straight from GameRant.com, Ubisoft confirmed 8 games that are going to be releasing within this next year. Um, Basically, this is just a little summary because they're talking about Assassin's Creed, and they said they're going to be releasing the new Assassin's Creed, Avatar, Rainbow Six Siege Mobile, The Division Resurgence, Skull and Bones, The Crew Motorfest X Defiant, and one more AAA title.
So these are all brand new games.
Right. Right. Well, some of them are from a series of games, but yes.
Oh, I don't play any of these, so
Oh, I play Assassin's Creed. Um, so they're releasing a mobile game, which is interesting. Rainbow Six Siege Mobile. Assassin's Creed might be fine. An Avatar game, I don't know.
how are you gonna play Rainbow Six Mobile?
Same way you would play it on the computer, but with touch controls.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it would suck.
Not, not specifically, but yeah, could probably suck.
I think it'll definitely suck, like bad.
Well, we'll see. The Division, I do play Division 2, but not enough. Skull and Bones, I'm excited for because they're finally bringing back a good, or hopefully it's going to be good, uh, pirate open world PvP type thing. Kind of like a Sea of Thieves, but you can actually customize your ships with weapons instead of just skins. A
Did you say there
racing.
was something going on with Sea of Thieves where it was like changed?
Oh, they just changed the name to 2023 edition.
Oh,
That's all I know.
lame.
Then you have The Crew, which is a racing game, X Defiant, which I have no idea what it is. Oh, this already came out. Yeah, it's like a it's like a game.
Some lame game.
It's a arena shooter. It's just like
Lame.
yeah,
How much is it?
I think it's free.
Well, if it's free, maybe it's not so lame.
Yeah, free to play, first person arena shooter.
Okay, maybe that's not so bad.
It's not
The
out
game can be
yet,
kind of
but it's
trash as
out.
long as it's free, but if you have to pay for it and it's also trash, that's really bad.
Yeah, and then they have another unannounced AAA game, which Ubisoft AAA. It's like it could be another Far Cry game, but they just released one a little while ago. So
Far Cry?
yeah,
Which one?
6.
Oh,
That was I think 2 years ago, or maybe 1 year ago.
I gave up on Far Cry 5 because I got stuck in. I'm just like, well, actually, I don't know if my save is saved since I switched computers.
I think
But
Far Cry 5
I
was
was
the
stuck in
best,
some like building that I couldn't get out of.
and you
I,
just didn't think about fast traveling out of it.
I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. I was just stuck.
Oh yeah, I think Far Cry 5 was probably the best one in my opinion because it was in America.
I mean, I liked it, but like, and the except for like the missions and stuff were kind of confusing.
Yeah, some of them were kind of whack. And you had like some bear that has diabetes, something like that. Um, if y'all were here for last week's podcast, we were crapping on. Was it last week that we were crapping on Apple?
That's like every single week.
Well, okay, fair enough. Well, we crap on Apple because they can't make good products, but they made a good product today called the. It's called the Beats Studio Buds Plus. Technically, it's a Beats product, but Apple owns Beats, so and it's on their store. So
Apple owns Beats.
yeah, they've owned Beats for like the last decade.
How much did they buy them for?
I don't know, a lot of money.
So why is this good?
Oh, uh, technically, Apple does have one other good product, and that's their AirPods Pros specifically. The Pros are pretty darn good, other than being expensive. But these are basically AirPod Pros at a cheaper price point and a slightly different design.
What do you mean the what makes the pros good?
They just have best in class of everything.
Even for other brands for the same price point?
Yep, they
I don't
have.
believe it.
They do. They honestly do. They have like one of the best active noise canceling in an earbud, as well as transparency modes. I have other like I have Samsung Buds Pro, and the transparency on them is very like muddy.
What does transparency even mean?
Where you can have your earbuds on, and then you'll be able to hear through your earbud. So like if someone's talking, you can still hear them fine.
Or just take it out. Just
Right.
go.
No, see, that's not how that works.
That's like the ultimate transparency mode.
No, because what if you want? It's not specifically for that. It's like if you're in a work environment and you're working and then boom, fire alarm goes off. If you have your standard earbuds in and you're listening to music, you're not going to hear that. But if you have air transparency mode, you'd be able to hear it.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense, okay? You just never used it, so you don't know how useful it is.
So does it automatically switch?
No,
So then if you have those in and you're listening to music and a fire alarm goes off, how would you hear it?
because you would turn on
You
the
would you
transparency mode.
so you'd have to first hear it through the music, then turn it on.
No,
So you just have to hear a fire alarm and then go, "Oh, I think I hear a fire alarm." And then turn on transparency mode and then go, "Oh, yep, definitely a fire alarm." And
no,
leave.
you can keep transparency mode on.
Okay.
It's mostly
And
a
if you're playing music,
what?
how are you gonna hear something?
Because you can listen to 2 things at once.
So you can listen, so you're gonna be listening to the music and you're gonna hear Bob over here
It's not
talking and Sally over here like banging pots and pans together and George down the street like on a typewriter or whatever. So you're gonna hear everything at once.
no, it's not. It's for spatial awareness, okay?
But the music doesn't drown it out.
No. Well, unless you have the music at full blast. It's
So would this be the same thing as like if you had earbuds in listening? So like or not earbuds in. Say you is it just like playing music inside of your head but without having earbuds in? So you can hear the music but you can still hear everything around you.
yeah,
So you are hearing everything at once.
somewhat, but with transparency mode, it filters it. So you don't hear, like, the rumbles of, like, an
So
air
it would filter
conditioner.
out the fire alarm.
No, it filters out anything that's distracting.
How does it know what's distracting?
I don't know, it just filters out specific frequencies.
This
So,
is the
like,
dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
no, it makes sense. I use it every day when I walk the dog
So why wouldn't you just pull one earbud out?
because then you wouldn't have stereo music.
Well, if you're trying to listen to something else, why do you need stereo music? Are you trying to listen to music and talk to somebody at the same time?
No.
Exactly. So you just
No,
talk
okay.
to them and then whoop, put it back in.
Let me put in a scenario, okay?
Okay.
So, let's say you're sitting at your desk, you're going clack clack clack, taxes suck, clack clack clack, right?
All
And
right.
then Billy
I
Bob.
hate the government. Tack, clack, clack.
So you're listening to some um Bruno Mars. And
Okay.
and
Bruno
Billy
Mars.
and Billy Bob uh kind of like quiet, not full on shout, but kind of like in a louder than normal talking voice. He's like, "Hey Tyler, can you run to the printer and grab my fax?"
Mhm.
But you don't have transparency mode, so you don't hear him. So he's got to get up and come and tap you on the shoulder, right?
Okay.
But if you had transparency mode, you would hear him and be like, "No, get it yourself. Get it?
But the music wouldn't drown it out.
No,
So does it quiet down the music when someone talks?
no." Well, some do, some don't.
What you're describing is physically impossible.
No, it's not. I'm literally doing it right now.
What, by having one one ear cup off?
Shush.
That's
Imagine
the
I.
same thing what I just said is pulling an earbud
No, no.
out.
Imagine I wasn't doing that. Have you ever worn open back headphones?
I don't think so.
Well, it's basically like open back headphones, but without the noise bleed to the public. Basically, so if you can't see.
So it just
Basically,
like allows you to hear things going on around you very muffled.
no, it's not muffled. That's the reason that's why these are good because, like on mine, they're muffled. They suck. They're like kind of like it makes people's voices sound wrong. But with Apples, they have a very good codec that cleans
I
it.
feel like this is just a bunch of garbage that somebody
It's
made up
not.
that's completely useless.
It is so useful, like especially in like a school setting. Like if you're doing you're writing a paper and you're listening to music, and then the teacher's like, "Hey, stop writing the paper." It's like then you can hear the teacher
So it's like a hearing aid?
that can play music, yeah, but it doesn't amplify the voices. It just lets the voices go through.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So if you're in a room, so if you're listening to music and you're in a room, say you're in a conference room, there's
Yes.
100 people all talking at once. You're gonna hear all of them while your music is playing.
You would hear them no more than if you had your earbuds out.
So you would hear them all while you're listening to music.
That's why you would turn up the music, so that the noise floor of them isn't annoying.
So this is like having a poorly sealed earplug in.
That plays music.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You just need to try it. Okay.
I would throw it away.
Okay. Okay, but you're not gonna say that no active noise canceling is stupid.
I don't know if I've ever experienced any active noise canceling that's actually like useful.
Well, you're not gonna be able to cancel out people. It's to cancel out uh continuous sounds.
Okay.
Because there's no way for anything to
I
be able
would I
to.
wouldn't mind canceling out people, but without earbuds, just like in my life forever.
Okay,
Like imagine if somebody could come up to you in public and they start talking and it's just like, but there's no words. You don't hear anything. That would be great.
yeah, you can do that. You can just take out your eardrums.
No, I want to hear all this sounds. I just don't want to hear people's voices.
Oh, well then you can cut out their voice box. Every time someone comes out, be like, "Wait 1 second," and then cuts out their voice box.
That's called no Hannibal, not deaf. I want to hear all the other sounds. I just don't want to hear people's voices.
All right. So
So
transparency
anyway,
aware
why are these good again?
because they have really good noise canceling, right?
Okay,
Best in the category.
okay.
They have a they have a cool
Except
looking
for the whole category is trash. So it's like they're the best of the trash.
They're not trash. The category is earbuds, and in terms of Bluetooth of wireless earbuds, they are good. They have a cool looking case.
Woo! I'm so glad they got a good looking case.
Got black, which looks ugly. You got ivory, which looks
The
crappy.
good looking case definitely makes up for the what's the price tag on these things?
170.
Too much.
It's actually pretty cheap.
It's about one too much. I should be about 70.
But then you're getting into Chinese territory that don't have active noise canceling.
I should actually buy these just to prove that they're trash.
Okay. I mean, would
Except
you?
for I hate the way those earbuds are designed.
Why?
I hate that style of earbud. I like the ones that have like a stem that comes down.
Like the
Like a
AirPod Pros?
no, like a set of classic wired earbuds.
So like an
Because
AirPod
the
Pro?
ones like that, it's like you gotta like it's all weird trying to like dig it out of your ear.
So like an AirPod?
No, because their shape's bad.
True. So like an AirPod Pro?
Still shape bad.
They're actually not. They're very comfortable.
They look bad.
It's what you just described.
They probably put chemicals in the earpieces to like give you ear cancer.
See how much she's enjoying them? All right,
Yeah, she
fine.
looks like she's enjoying it.
Okay, fine. They have really good battery life for the category. They work with Android perfectly with
That's
Android.
actually that's actually shocking.
Perfectly.
Wait, the new ones or that are the AirPod Pros?
The AirPod Pros don't. These do.
Okay,
So these
so
like
one plus.
what?
So that's one plus.
Oh, I thought you were saying the company OnePlus.
No, that's
They have an app.
one good thing.
They have an app on the Android, so you can customize any of the buttons or the equalizer and check battery. They have Find My Device with Google. They have a lot of microphones. They're USB-C. They're USB-C. They're light. That's about it. I got nothing else to say. They're good. They're
You're doing a
good.
very bad job of selling these.
They are good earbuds, okay? They are so good that I would buy them right now.
So if I wanted to experience the best transparency mode, it would be these.
Yes. On Android. AirPod Pros are probably like a smidge better, but only on iPhone.
I think I'm gonna buy these just to see how trash they are.
Okay. You can pick it up at your nearest Apple store.
You will never catch me dead in an Apple store.
Okay. Well,
If you see me in an Apple store, pick me up and take me to the hospital because something is wrong.
I'm not defending them, Tinky. I'm just comparing it to everything. So these Samsung Buds Pros, these were 150, and they don't fit very well, and the transparency is trash, and the battery is mediocre, and they're very bulky, even outside the case.
They have how are they shaped?
Like a puck.
No, I mean like the actual um,
The
bud
bud,
itself. Yeah.
like a let's
Oh,
let me.
like the stupid design, the one that like doesn't have a stem on it.
Yes, that's not the right one. Like these.
Yeah, that's dumb. I hate that design
Why?
because I feel well for one, I don't like the feeling of like it, uh, like feeling like I got like dig inside my ear to get it out. And
You
then
don't.
also that style does not stay in my ear as well as something with a stem.
But does it have a tip on it, or
What do you mean?
does it have a silicone tip on it,
Does
or is
what?
it the earbuds that you like?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't even know. They're not near me. The ones I have are I use Soundcore.
oh, you probably use the Soundcore Liberties or something like that, right?
That could be what it's called.
Like this,
Yeah, they're just not white.
like this.
Yeah, I think that's probably exactly what I have.
I mean, yeah, to each their own. These are decent buds, for the most part.
Is that like I don't use them to listen to music or anything. The only time I ever use them is when I'm on the phone
Why?
because I'm not a earbud music listener.
Right, but why would you use them on the phone? Why would you degrade your audio quality, your microphone quality?
What am I supposed to do? Be like a peasant and hold my phone in my head?
Yes, that's how everybody does it.
No, I hate holding my phone in my head.
Okay, fine. So,
I'll either use earbuds or I'll use speaker.
yeah, there you go. Annabelle said just drop a crazy glue. We'll keep that earbud in your ear.
Hey, that's what I'll do.
Mm. All right. So you know how we were talking about GTA 6
Yeah,
and how it like the things that came out about it, like the AI driving and the biggest map and most expensive or whatever.
yeah.
So Take Two, who owns Rockstar, just recently had their annual investor revenue report or whatever, and it's required to make it public. And
Okay.
they basically said that
We're running out of money. We're going
no,
bankrupt.
no, they
Oh,
are saying that in 2024 and 2025 they're going to have a huge a huge prediction of income. So they're basically predicting that they're going to basically double their income from the last year.
So a smart person would invest in this company now.
I don't think you can invest.
You'd have to be able to, right? Because why would they? It wouldn't be required for it to be public if they weren't a public company.
I've never seen a Take Two stock.
I mean, there would have to be some reason why it has to be public. Because
Yeah, for
usually
the
just
the investors.
well, where the invest is it like a stock or
Oh yeah, I guess you're
it
right.
would have
Yeah,
to be public. It would have to be
yeah,
public.
they're on Nasdaq.
Yeah, okay. Because you won't have to report your income otherwise.
Okay, well,
What's the stock worth?
$134.
How much has it grown over the last 5 years?
Let me pull it back up. 5 years. $25.
No, I mean percent.
22.6.
That's pretty slow.
Yeah, and they're expecting to double their income. I don't know if that's gonna specifically. It might affect stock, but basically they're double. They're expecting to nearly double their income for the next year. So April
What's the
20th.
what's the what's the ticker?
The what?
The ticker?
I don't know what a ticker is.
That's the Nasdaq symbol for a stock. Is the ticker
TTQ? TTW?
ATQ?
No, no, no. TTWO. So T2.
E2 open parent? No,
I don't know. It just says Nasdaq TTWO.
I don't think they have it on Robinhood.
Well, yeah.
That's stupid.
Okay. Well, either way, they're expecting to between the months of April 2024 and
Oh no, I found it.
oh, okay. What, are you gonna invest in it?
I'm gonna add it to my watch list.
All right. So they're expecting. So they haven't released anything in the last few years in terms of games. They've actually even like they actually shut down Red Dead Online, and so obviously there's not any like current large income that is expected, and so there's a chance that GTA 6 should, in theory, release between April 2024 and April of 2025 in order to fulfill their prediction.
So within the next year or two.
Yeah, by the end of 2024, we should have at least a trailer.
So we only have to deal with GTA 5 for 2 more years.
Hopefully, yeah.
Really 3 years. Because good and well, whenever they release it, the first 2 years are gonna be garbage because there's gonna be all these bugs and it's gonna have all these problems. And then like after a year or two, they might get the problems fixed and then they'll be playable.
Eh, maybe. I don't know. GTA 5 when it released was pretty darn perfect.
Well, yeah, but it was 10 years ago and they had to put it on a disc. So it had to be perfect. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, so they won't make it perfect.
They had updates 10 years ago.
But they still sold it on a disc.
Yeah, on console,
Yeah.
not on PC.
They took it more serious back then.
Sure, they did get bought out and threw everybody out. I don't know. I think it'll be better than what's releasing now, at least.
I
Yeah.
hope.
So yeah, expect GTA 6 in the next year, year and a half, 2 years maybe. Where you're going to be paying $150 for the premium edition.
Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me?
$150 for the premium edition. That comes with a
What's the
map, a hoodie, collector's edition, the game, some merch to make you look swag.
So you paid double the price for a hoodie and a map
What, and a hat?
and a hat. So they're gonna send you a $5 hat, a $10 shirt, and a
It's not a
2-cent
shirt,
map.
it's a sweater. Or a
Sweater.
hoodie, a hoodie.
So you pay double the price and they send you an extra like 20 bucks worth of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Does that not sound amazing to you?
No, that's stupid. Why don't they give us something like useful, like in-game perks or something?
Friendly, they technically did announce GTA 6. They announced that they're working on it, so that kind of counts. And there's already been leaks and everything. There's going to either be a male or a female protagonist that you can choose from in Vice City. It's going to cost $2 billion to make.
How much money has GTA 5 made?
How much has it made?
Yeah,
7.7 billion.
it's pretty
That's
good.
release.
It's not bad
Hmm.
considering they've milked it for 10 years.
Friendly, it was officially. They officially said they were working on GTA 6. And they officially got hacked and had their
They
leaks.
were forced to announce.
No, they announced it before. Yeah, they announced they were working on it, and then they officially announced that they got hacked and that the things that were leaked are true, but they shouldn't have been spread into the public yet. And so they actually kind of got angry. I feel like they were supposed to release a trailer, and they're like, "Well, you hacked us, so you'll get no trailer. Screw you." No, you can wait another year. We need another year. All right. So this one is quick and off topic. Anybody that's except for Tyler, of course, because he's not hip. Anybody in their 20s would probably know the show Futurama. It's probably one of the better animated adult cartoons. They're having a reboot coming up soon, a revival, and it's coming to Hulu. They already have a teaser. I'm excited for it. Um, Tyler doesn't care because he doesn't even know what Futurama is.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's pretty good. Well, depending on what you like, of course.
I think I've watched it a little bit, and I think it was so dumb I couldn't watch it.
It is a dumb show, but it's good. Some
A lot of the like adult cartoons are just so dumb I can't watch them. It's just so bad.
fair. But yeah, that's they have a revival coming out with 20 episodes planned. So that's whatever. Next we have the. So did you know that the CEO of ChatGPT was just in front of Congress a few days ago?
I thought you were gonna say like murdered or something, because
No,
that wouldn't have surprised me at all.
not yet. So what's
In
his
front of
name?
Congress for what? Trying to explain that like what he's doing isn't bad or something.
Not specifically. So Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, who is the owner of
This
ChatGPT,
guy looks like a lizard.
they all
Him and
do.
Zuckerberg are probably like being lizards together.
So does the CEO of TikTok.
They're
But
all lizards.
Consider a combination of licensing and testing requirements for development and release of AI models above a threshold of capabilities. What's happening now in the open source community is amazing, but there will be a relatively small number of providers that can make models at the true edge. I think there is benefits and danger to that. Like, as we're talking about all of the dangers with AI, the fewer of us that you really have to keep a careful eye on the absolute like bleeding edge of capabilities, there's benefits there. But then I think there needs to be enough in there will, because there's so much value that consumers have choice, that we have different ideas. And I think a minimum
The
is
guy
that
behind him,
users
look
should
how
be able to
big his forehead is.
This guy right here?
Yeah. Like he's like
Yeah,
Megamind over here.
it's like his face got shrunk and pushed down.
Yeah. It's like what happens whenever you're trying to make your like GTA character all messed up.
Exactly.
to sort of opt out from having their data used by companies like ours or the social media companies. It should be easy to delete your data. I think those are, but the thing that I think is important from my perspective running an AI company is that if you don't want your data used for training these systems, you have the right to do that. As this technology advances, we understand that people are anxious about how it could change the way we live. We are too. But we believe that we can and must work together to identify and manage the potential downsides so that we can all enjoy the tremendous upsides.
So basically, he's saying you shouldn't trust anybody else, but you can trust me.
That is not at all what he just said.
How is it not? That was kind of the vibe that I got.
That's literally the opposite of what he just said. He literally said that people should have the option of opting out of whatever they want, and that this item, this thing, is not required.
Right, but he's saying that they should have regulations, and that
Yes.
The fewer amount of companies they have to keep an eye on, the better. Which obviously he wants his company to be part of that. So he's saying you shouldn't allow anyone to do this, but you should allow me to do it.
I think you're just bad at inferring.
I think that's exactly the point he was trying to make.
He's basically telling the Congress what they're supposed to do, which is to put regulations on AI, and that he understands that there's risks, but there's also
Right,
benefits.
because he doesn't want his competition to get where he is.
But he never said that.
He never
He never even hinted at it.
It's politics. He's
He
like,
didn't even hint at it.
That's his goal, but he's not actually going to say it.
He didn't even hint at that.
See, Jesser gets it. That's exactly his goal. That's what a lot of people do. They push for regulation that they know is going to fight off their competition, but that they can meet.
Let me try and
It's like
find
it's the same thing that like the UFC did back in the day. Whenever they acquired the UFC and MMA was becoming a mainstream sport, the UFC pushed for regulation because they knew that their competition couldn't meet the standards, and they could meet the standards. So it shoved everybody else down while they got to grow.
I mean, I understand where you're coming at, but you can't just take it off of a 2-minute clip, okay?
Trust me, that's what his goal is.
You just haven't watched the full clip, the full court.
I think I just
Carter PC's basically explains it perfectly here, okay?
Okay. I can't hear anything.
I know. Why is the audio not working? Okay, I muted it.
The CEO of the company behind ChatGPT just testified in front of Congress, and it's not what you would expect. This was the gist of it. Artificial intelligence is dangerous. It needs regulation. We agree. It's gonna take jobs. People are gonna be unemployed. Blah, blah. Yeah, it will. If it's not regulated and used properly, it's going to be very dangerous. So, like, can y'all make some regulations? Well, what should we like regulate though? I don't know. Maybe set like safety standards for AI models that they have to pass before they're released to the public. That's a good idea. You want to do it? Are you asking to hire me right now? Yeah. No. The CEO of the
Exactly. He's pushing for regulation that he knows his competition can't meet so that he can exceed and they can't get to where he's at.
No, because he's not making the regulation. He literally
just re-explained exactly what he's doing.
He's not making the regulation.
Because he's not going to go. You have to think about it. He's not going to go to Congress and ask for them to do something that's going to keep him from progressing and keep his company from growing. Why would you purposely shoot yourself in the foot?
He was forced to.
He's not going to do that.
He's not gonna do what?
He's not going to encourage them to put restrictions that are going to stop him from like his company's growth or whatever.
Or maybe he's just a normal-minded human. Maybe he's not a Zuckerberg.
He's a lizard that's the CEO of a company that's mining everybody's data.
He literally said that there should be an option for people to not have their data taken.
He can say whatever he wants. He's a data mining lizard.
Okay, fine. Whatever you think. I think he's trying to help put proper regulations to help the whole entire market of AI.
I think he's trying to keep his competition at bay and get his foot in the door first so that he can be
His foot's already in
like,
the door. There is no competition right now.
and he wants to keep it that way. He doesn't want competition.
Well, he's
He
smart
wants
for
to have
that.
he wants to have all these regulations because didn't he say something about a test or something?
He
I
might
think he said
have.
something about like you should you should tests have to be passed or whatever.
Yeah, safety standards. Like not telling people how to make cocaine. Or how to do tax evasion.
Tax evasion's good. Taxation is theft.
Okay. Well. Okay. Sure. Um. See, but like anybody can just make an AI model of your voice. Do you not want that?
I mean, how would you police that?
By not allowing uh open source AI model software to be allowed?
It does not allow any AI at all.
No, not allow public free to use AI. That can be used to because
So then what would be allowed?
uh what is the word? Um thinking of it. Uh you know uh, AI that has been proven to be safe for public use within private organization.
And who's going to have the money to do that? OpenAI, the guy who just testified. And
And
that would
any other
keep his
AI
competition
company.
that would keep his competition at bay and allow him to move forward.
Because there's no other AI companies that are doing it.
And then he wants to keep it that way. He wants to make it to where there can't be any other ones that do it. He's basically saying
But then that's monopolizing. And you can't monopolize.
it's not quite monopolizing because if they set a standard and there's only one person that can meet the standard, then it's not technically monopolizing because you didn't do it yourself.
Right. But you have
Monopolizing would be like if every time another like competitor came along, they just like bought him out and then or whatever, and then they didn't allow any competition in the market, then that would be monopolizing. And also, the government doesn't really even care about monopolizing. As long as they're getting the tax dollars, they don't care. It's all about money.
well, yeah. But like you already have like Snapchat AI, you have Microsoft AI, you have Google AI, Apple AI. So they're already in the company. It's just open AI is allowing
They pushed
themselves to
for
be
a
public.
regulation to ensure safe, reliable service, so they passed regulations where a taxi company had to buy a medallion to operate. The cost was $1 million. What's a medallion?
It's like a coin.
But why would they need that to operate for safety?
to prove
Oh, it's
that
a
they're
license.
uh, prove they're properly licensed.
Yeah. See, they do all these things to keep the little guy at bay.
Because the little guy can mess it up for everybody.
Yeah, they don't, because a little guy can be a thorn in your side and steal business away from you, and they don't
No,
want that.
because a little guy can ruin it in general.
But they can also make it a lot better.
They could, but they won't. The percentage of that happening is very low. It's
But
like it's
I think the percentage, a chance of them making it better is much higher than them making it worse
no,
or ruining it.
no. So let's say there's a taxi company, right? So
Mhm.
everybody knows Yellow Cab, right? Or X Cab or whatever. They know these taxi cab. And then you go and open up your own taxi cab, right? And then you
Right.
start running over people. Then you're putting a
But
bad
okay,
name on taxi cabs.
okay. What if I don't run people over? What if I deliver? What if I have a better service and faster delivery
Then
at a cheaper rate?
that's good for you. But that one person that's running people over ruins it for everybody.
It- no.
Yes?
Okay, people drive drunk in cars and kill people. That doesn't ruin it for all cars.
Because they're not part of a company. Okay?
If one internet company is bad, it doesn't ruin the entire internet.
Yes. But everybody knows that that company's trash.
Okay, the same with the taxi. Everyone would know that that particular taxi company. It's like Spirit. Everyone knows if you get on Spirit, there's a good chance you might not make it. If you go like on Southwest or whatever, you're probably gonna make it
Well, maybe American Airlines.
or whatever. I don't fly, so I don't know who's the best and who's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the same thing.
Sure. Okay. Let's go into something stupid. Remember when we played Dead by Daylight like a few years ago?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
I don't like that game.
Oh, okay. Well, you might like it now because you know who they're adding?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
What? I don't care about Nicolas Cage.
So so Dead by Daylight, a lot of people might know the game, but a lot of people might not. Basically, it's a horror game, a horror strategy type game where you have like a scary character from like a major franchise like Michael Myers or Ghostface or whatever that thing is from Stranger Things is, and you basically have to activate these generators without getting killed by them and then escape. Kind of a stupid concept, but people like it, and there's like ranked or whatever. And apparently, Nicolas Cage is a scary character now because of his new movie Renfield, where he's like Dracula.
I haven't heard of a single movie in the last like probably 5 years that's like piqued my interest.
Because you don't watch movies.
I mean, I'll watch something that piques my interest, but like everything is just like mediocre now.
Okay, I understand. There's not going to be another Titanic. Okay,
Titanic was stupid.
Titanic was amazing.
I think it was stupid.
Okay, fine. You might be right. Um, but yeah, there's a trailer here.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. It can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
That was it.
Yep. Did that make you interested?
That blew my socks off.
I Oh. Okay, well, I didn't read this. article very well. So he's not an enemy. He's a survivor. So you play as him as you escape the bad guy,
Mm.
which I think is stupider. I think they should have brought him in as Dracula from Renfield.
I think it's the most stupiderest thing.
I think, I think putting Nick Cage in here is stupid in the general, but making him a survivor is even stupider in my opinion. Because he's like he has such bad movies that you should be scared of him trying to get into your movie. It's like you don't want him to be part of your cast. So why would you want him as the survivor cast? Have you ever watched a Nicolas Cage movie?
No.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He's got some good movies, but most of them per trash.
Like what's his best movie?
Probably his best, most known movie would be like National Treasure.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's a little surprising. It was a pretty big movie.
What's it about?
Take Indiana Jones, but make it realistic.
Never seen it.
Yeah, interesting. What, Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
You don't know what Indiana Jones is?
I mean, I've heard of it. I know he's a guy with a whip, but that's all I know.
Okay, fine. National Treasure is basically like this historian, and he's basically trying to he like reads in these books or documents and that there's like a secret meaning behind certain things. So like in National Treasure 1, there's like a secret note on the back of the Declaration of Independence that led him to like a treasure. And they used lemon juice to find that note on the back of the Declaration of Independence. He literally steals the Declaration of Independence.
And he puts a lemon juice on
It and heat, and it like makes the letters appear. And it says like, go 2 steps left to find the treasure of George Washington.
Might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, the way I explain it definitely makes it sound stupid.
If you you could literally be making this up on the spot, and I would believe you. Like you could tell me right now, be like, that's not what it's about at all. I just made all that up, and I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
You just need to watch the trailer, okay?
Benjamin Franklin Gates, you are undertaking the duty of the family Gates to find
I
the
can't see
most
it.
spectacular.
How can you not see it? You can see it,
Oh, now I can see it.
you liar.
Treasure in
I
history.
suppose I clicked on it.
It grew throughout the ages and moved across continents until it was hidden by America's founding fathers, who left clues to the treasure's location right before our eyes. The unfinished pyramid, the all-seeing eye, are telling us something. Keeping this treasure safe, Benjamin, is your destiny.
You're treasure hunters, aren't you?
We're more like treasure protectors.
All his life, Benjamin Gates has searched for a treasure no one believed existed.
Don't you get it, Ben? The treasure is a myth.
Dad, I refuse to believe that.
But what he thought was the final clue
108 years of searching and I'm 3 feet away.
is only the beginning.
The Declaration of Independence.
You think there is a treasure map on the back of the Declaration of Independence?
The map is invisible.
Why would we make this up?
Where's your proof?
We don't have it.
Riley, get down!
Did Bigfoot take it?
Word about the map is bound to get out. Ian's gonna try to steal it. 90 seconds. The only way to protect the Declaration is to steal it.
What?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ben?
From producer Jerry Bruckheimer and director John TylerTube.
It is surrounded by guards, and video monitors, and little kids on their 8th grade field trip. You will go to prison, you know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, go!
Get out of there. Get out of there now.
He's got the bloody map.
The clues of 10 generations
There's more to the riddle.
will reveal a mystery 20 centuries in the making.
Who wants to go down the creepy tunnel inside the tomb
All right, I've
first?
seen that.
Yeah, this is a pretty shitty trailer.
How long was this video?
How long was the movie?
How long was that video?
2 minutes? 2.5 minutes?
2 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
It's the trailer was trash, but the movie was okay.
There's no way that trailer's pretty bad.
The trailer was bad, I agree. But, like, the movie was better than the trailer.
I feel like that's a movie that I would do what I do in 99% of movies, and I'd watch 10 minutes and be like, well, I've seen enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's most Cage movies, to be fair. Like Con Air.
It's no Con Air. Is Con Air another movie?
Yeah.
Does it also suck?
Oh, yeah.
They all suck.
Not all of them, but
No wonder I've never seen them.
basically all of them. Dave Chappelle was in it.
One redeeming quality.
Look at this walking penis. Boy, you are one skinny Negro.
Easy, man.
Open up. Oh, man, it smells like so much shit in your mouth.
Told me you loved me.
Get out of my face.
All right. Oh, shit.
Top tier acting here.
I thought you were someone else. Pinball Parker, arm rob,
What old is this?
dope fiend. I'm a hell of a nice guy.
94?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
What's up,
I was
Coach?
gonna say, why does Chappelle look so young?
Wow. Hey, man, I'm just fucking with you. I don't get all wounded knee on me and shit. Hey, Chief, if you come through this all right, hope you don't hold a grudge.
The fuck are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your
Kind of just gets boring from here. See, funnily enough, that scene was better than the trailer for National Treasure. Because of Dave Chappelle.
That
Basically,
was worse than the first thing you showed me.
than the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Basically, it's a movie about a plane that transports criminals, and the criminals take over the plane. That's all I know about it, because I never watched it.
Anything else?
I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
Not really.
Alright. We finally made a 1-hour stream.
We did it!
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! Alright, guys. Tune in whenever Tyler is next live, which will be in 1 hour. Right, Tyler?
No.
Yeah, he's going to be streaming in the garage. He's going to be putting together the wheelbarrow.
I can't put it together. I don't have the parts yet.
He's going to manufacture a new wheelbarrow using a Honda gas engine that is 700 cc.
That actually sounds pretty legit.
Alright. We'll see you guys whenever Tyler is on next, I guess, right?
Probably tomorrow.
You heard the man. Alright. See you guys